Hello everyone, this is Marek speaking and welcome to another episode of our unboxing here. And as I promised last time, I have one more BOS box here, BOS Best of Show, and actually what is inside? It's another Cadillac Fleetwood Series 75. It's 1/18 and this one should be a little bit newer, so let's see what is inside. This Schwarz, this is black in German, so another black model in my collection. And let's see now how it looks like. So let me just first open the box. Okay. And the box is actually the same as last time, yeah. Everywhere just BOS, and there are some instructions. So again, this one was made in China and under license from this German company. Choking hazard, not suitable for children under 14, and please do not leave it on direct sunlight or bright spotlight because it might cause some damage to your cars. And here again, Fleetwood Series 75, black, and the serial number is 309. Alright, that was it. And now, let me just quickly cut it here. Okay. Oh, wow. This is long. This is so long. Wow. Maybe this is the longest model that I have. This is even longer than my Rolls-Royce Phantom. So let's just take it out of the box. And I will just remove this. Wow, so this is it, our new Cadillac, and yeah, let's just check now what we have here. So first of all, the length of this car, this is something that I have not experienced before. This is super long. I don't know, it will not fit to my garage, obviously. And okay, so let's start in the front, and I will take my tool and let's start here with this. So the license plate says 75309 Vermont 67, and we already know that 675 should be the series of the Cadillac. Then 309 is the serial number of this model in BOS collection. And then Vermont, it's just a random state. 67 should be the year when this car was actually manufactured in reality, okay? So here, we have the Cadillac logo here, which is really, really tiny. And this is so precisely done. You know, even if this is so tiny, it's so detailed. And I love it. The front lights, again, wow, superior quality. And here, the Cadillac logo, and here I think this is just a sticker again. I will not touch it with this metal tool because I don't want to scratch it, but I think this is just another sticker. Or is it metal? I don't know. It's so small, and I don't want to destroy it anyhow. So, okay, it looks beautiful. You know, this is the result. I don't care if this is a sticker or a metal part. It looks great. I think the best logo on a model that I have so far. So, sometimes you don't care what is the material behind. You just care how great it looks, and in this case, it looks fantastic. Okay, here the reflection in the chrome part is superior. What about the wheels? You can spin them without any issues, so that's great. And later we will check the suspension. What else? What is this part here? This small part, and I don't know. It looks like if something is missing there, yeah, and something similar here. I don't know why this part is here. I have no clue, no idea. Actually, maybe I have one idea. Because this car was also used by presidents in the United States, maybe this part here is for attaching the American flag, yeah, because it's on both sides, and I can imagine such a Cadillac being driven in a convoy where one of the cars is actually transporting the US president and with the tiny flags here. So maybe this is something that I will do later, to print a small flag and attach it here. That would also look brilliant. Alright, so what about the wipers? The wipers are plastic and colored in gray. It could be also chrome. I don't know why this is just gray. And oh man, again, one thing that I don't like about BOS models is that sometimes they use chrome parts, but sometimes they use just a plain paint. One example is here. This is just painted here. Also, they paint directly on the windows, so here, the line here, the line here, basically every line here around the A column, this is just painted there. Yeah, and I would expect something similar like they did with the handles here, which is a real chrome part that you can glue in, you can remove it, whatever you would like to. But here, with those parts, this is quite cheap, isn't it? And also here, you know, it's like if I take just a pencil or whatever and then just paint it over, it would have basically the same result. And I would expect someone to take the care and really manufacture small trims and, you know, small lines of chrome and paint it, not paint it, but glue it here to create the real effect of a real car. This is, you know, this is like some cheap Burago or Maisto. But whatever. By the way, this one was $140 US, the same like the Cadillac before. Okay, here it's a little bit hard to spin, but okay, still not so bad. And here the rear part, and this looks actually quite amazing. So let's check here the Fleetwood, and oh, is there a sticker? Okay, it looks like there is a transparent sticker over it, and I will not remove it, because sometimes when I try to remove the sticker I also unattach one of the letters, and I really don't want to do that, so I will just keep it like it is. It looks good. The front, the rear lights, you see here that there are actually three parts, yeah, white, red, and again white, and it looks fantastic. And here, okay, this is a sticker, because if I hover over it, I don't feel any bumps, which means there are no bumps. It's just printed over, and it looks good. But if you know that this is just a sticker, you are again a little bit disappointed. But okay, I haven't paid $300, I paid just $140, so I would accept something like that. And that's basically it. There is another small Cadillac logo here, there is one here, and one in the front, and basically they used probably the same part for every place. Yeah, this is the same size like in the rear or in the front. Okay, so what about the inside? The inside, and I will use here a little bit more of lighting. Okay, so even if I use extra light, it's barely visible. No, barely visible. And I think there are not so many details inside. Like the seats, they look really plastic and ugly. I think no one really took care to do something like carpeting inside or some nice leather parts. Yeah, and the reason is that you can't open any doors on this car, so why would they bother to improve the quality of interior if no one is really going to see that? And I understand. I will also keep it closed for the entire life. And what about the rear mirror here? Okay, the reflection is okay. So 100% for this rear mirror. Alright, so from the top it also looks very nice, and I must say there are no flaws. Again, the paint is super good. The paint, there are no significant flaws on the paint. Oh, maybe there is some dust now already because there is some dust in my room, and every time I open a new box it's already dusty. I hate this. Okay, now let's also check it from behind or from it. Again, this is something that is really disappointing. And do you know why? Because it's so flat. There are no details, just few screws here. The BOS URL, the domain you could visit. Yeah, limousine black 76. Okay, I already know that. And here, wow, actually this is number 7 out of 504. So only 504 were or will be created, and this is number 7. Oh, I'm a little bit unlucky because I don't have number 1. That would be maybe a little bit more expensive for collectors, and a little bit more valuable, because if you have the first one in the series, then wow, you were probably lucky. But number 7 is also very nice. So okay, great. So as you can see, it looks awesome. If you try to do this, it's also, yeah, it's not so smooth like some cheaper Noref models, but still the wheels are spinning. What about the suspension? No, absolutely not. There is no suspension at all. But this is what I expected. Also, my previous BOS model didn't have any suspension. So now, to give a final rating to this one, I would say this is great. This is great, and one of the greatest models that I have, and I'm quite satisfied with this price tag, 140, because for this price you cannot buy anything else with this size. And it's also quite heavy actually. And first I thought that resin models would be quite light, but it's not true. They are also heavy, maybe even heavier than the metal ones. And there are no significant mistakes on this one. If you accept the fact that there are some things like, for example here, this line, this is just painted over the black color, yeah. The same here, around the window, this is just painted there. And if you accept the fact that there are some things like that where they didn't pay enough attention, or maybe for this price tag they just didn't want to, use all the resources for bringing this to reality as much as possible, then okay, it's nice. And I would say 90-95% for this one. even, yeah, maybe if somebody knows what is this for, just let me know in the comments, because I have no idea. Yeah, it's definitely not for the flag, it's definitely not for another rear mirror, because cars in this age, they only had one on the driver's side, so it's a little bit of mystery. So please let me know. Okay, so that's it for this Cadillac, and maybe I'll just also show you a little bit more from bottom how it looks like, because if you have it on display it will look really like this, and shiny, new, vintage car, very long. And I will actually do one more thing. Let's compare it to the previous Cadillac. Let's compare it. I still have it here. So why not just place it here and see the difference? Okay, and what I want to show you guys is how long this newer one is. So if I just place them like here, okay, so you see in the front it's somewhere like equal, but in the rear, like this whole part is extra. So the length, this is incredible, and you need to really expect such a long car, because if you don't have space for it, then just don't buy it. It's amazing what they produced back in 1960, or was it 67, I guess. So I will also show you from the behind. Let's compare it. Alright, so once again, yeah, this is 67, it's written here, this is 41, so it's more than 20 years difference in the Cadillac evolution. And what you can also see, that cars were much higher back in 1940s in compared to 1960s or even 70s, and I don't know what is the reason. But this is the fact, yeah. So you can see two beautiful cars here, one better than another, and that's it for today. So I hope you enjoyed very much, and I will see you next time. Thank you for watching, and subscribe if you like those videos. Bye bye.